Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you, well, game number 1 in a series on Secret Valley between Shadai and Sonik. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be happening over here. We see Sonik spawning as the yellow Night Elf on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Shadai has spawned as the purple Undead. No quick, well, I already know what's going to be happening here in the opening segment. It looks as though Shadai is going to be opening up with the Death Knight. Going to also have an earlier crypt, so we should be looking at some sort of Death Knight with Ghoul opening. Death Knight now going to get started. Meanwhile, back over here on the top right, he is going to be going up against a Demon Hunter. I'll slow things down as we get closer to the 2-minute mark, as there we go, 1 minute 50 second. Archer going to purposely pull back, allow that Ancient of War to absorb much of the damage. Meanwhile, back down across over here, you see that the Death Knight is about to pop on out. Now, what will his first ability be? That is going to be the big question here. Is he going to be grabbing Unholy Aura, or is he going to perhaps try and, going for Unholy Aura and now making his run off over here to the top right? Demon Hunter getting a little bit more experience and going to be finishing off this creep camp here. You can take a look at this. The Demon Hunter will be able to finish off these two particular creep camps and then be on his merry way, almost getting to level 2. Now, this has always been a question as in creeping, does the Demon Hunter try to take out this level 1 creep with the Death Knight so close by? Now, the level 1 creep only has 240 hit points, so it is rather low. And because the Death Knight does not have Death Coil, it is actually rather difficult for the Death Knight to finish it off. You can see the Demon Hunter does get that final blow there and lands a mana burn onto the Death Knight as the Death Knight now looks to back away. One thing key to note on this particular map as the Death Knight realizes that the Demon Hunter is not chasing is that there are fountains of health in the corner. Rod of Necromancy quickly used. And we'll see whether or not these skeletons will be able to put down a bit of pressure as the Demon Hunter already down to 140 mana, using 3 mana burns already. So yeah, or getting lower on mana as we now see ghouls come out to play. Alright, that is a lot of ghouls and the Demon Hunter could have a little bit of a bad day. However, he is able to back off and get away from those ghouls. The Demon Hunter with Claws of Attack +6, but also importantly, I believe he has Evasion, should be able to live and fight another day as long as he doesn't kind of get trapped. The Death Knight does have a lot of units here, as the Death Knight is looking to perhaps get a surround onto that Demon Hunter. Skeletal Minion doing a bit of blocking there as the Death Knight does pick up that Tome of Agility. The Death Knight now perhaps going to do a little bit of chase, and the Demon Hunter standing around for a little while longer, and I'm not quite sure what Sonik is hoping to do here. The Demon Hunter is holding position and perhaps trying to bait the ghouls into trying to get a surround on him. Now, the big reason why this is a potential problem is that the standing army for the Demon Hunter and the Night Elf army is really not that large, 24 over 50 compared to 26 over 30, but that is a lot more ghouls that we see out on the map. Now, those ghouls could perhaps get a surround on that Demon Hunter, and it looks like they're constantly trying to do that. The problem, though, is because he is not really dealing any damage to that Demon Hunter, he really should perhaps be going after creeps. And with this all at the same time, the Demon Hunter is now going to be pushing across over here. Archers are now in position. It looks as though the Death Knight now making his way off to the north. You can see that the Murloc Nightcrawler is here. And perhaps is the Death Knight going to get some easy kills? All right, Demon Hunter could have been trapped. No, the ghouls do back off once more. The ghouls are perhaps going to try to go for a quick surround there as we do see an ensnare go down. Demon Hunter now going after the low hit point ghoul. That ghoul needs to get away as the Demon Hunter now down to 180 mana. Death Knight still sitting at 75, has a little bit of mana left, but not very much. Alright, Demon Hunter looking to engage once again. Death Knight still off over here. Demon Hunter now ready to go. You can see him replenishing or driving a staff of preservation, excuse me. And now with those Claws of Attack +6 may try and put pressure. You see that the Naga Sea Witch has been trained up, and those cold arrows could potentially cause some problems. All right, you can see that the Death Knight overstepped right there. As you can see, oh my goodness, the one Demon Hunter could have been surrounded right there, but the ghoul's not paying attention, as there are also a handful of archers laying down the damage. All right, let's take a look. Back to the north, the ghouls perhaps trying to go after the Ancient of War. The Ancient of War does deal a lot of damage per attack, even though it does attack relatively slowly. Still fast enough to cause some problems as the Wisp are now backing away. During all this time, Ancient of Lore has been trained up. And that Ancient of Lore, second Ancient of Lore also coming into play as well. Dual Ancient of Lores are going to mean opening of Dryads and perhaps Bears. Death Knight now making his way back off to the north here. Could perhaps go after some of those archers, but still that Demon Hunter causing a significant number of problems as the ghouls are going to be able to get away again. Panda now coming in from the back does hit a breath of fire off as the ghouls are now trying to get away. It looks as though that low hit point ghoul down to 15 hit points will in fact get away as the Naga Sea Witch gets mana burned again. That Naga Sea Witch needs to slither away and slither away quickly. The Death Knight is right there with Unholy Aura and should be able to keep that Naga Sea Witch a little bit faster. You can see a cold arrow was launched there, but at what cost, as it did take a little bit more damage again. Death Knight perhaps trying to slip in front of that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter landing more mana burns still as the archers are just getting free damage on all of the undead units. This is not looking good for the Undead. Undead now making their way back to the top right here. Ghouls are all in position as well. As we can take a look, archers and pandas now in position still. All right, Ogre Magi, Ogre Warriors, Forest Troll Trappers all off over here. Death Knight now trying to head over here to the top left. What's going to be happening next? As you can see that the Panda is going to be getting into position. All right, Death Knight now looking to back off. A lot of low hit point units once more. Death Knight still in position here as the Demon Hunter going to clear out this creep camp here. Panda will stay at level 1. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter staying at level 1 as well. All right. A lot of nothing happening in the very, very early portions of the game. Both sides trying to perhaps test the waters and figure out each other's particular strategies. And they ended up doing just a little bit of a dance without really engaging. I gotta give the advantage to Sonik right now, since he does have a level 2 Demon Hunter just going up against a level 1 Death Knight and a level 1 Naga Sea Witch. Death Knight should be able to get to level 2 here in just a moment, but that Demon Hunter is going to have a partner in crime in just a little bit. He may be able to get to level 2 on the Panda, as well as the ghouls are now looking to engage as well. All right, Forest Troll Trapper taking a bit of damage. There goes one. Demon Hunter getting another mana burn in. Cold arrows, rejuvenation most likely coming in from the Druid of the Claw. No rejuvenation yet. There it goes, finally at adept training, rejuvenation onto the Demon Hunter, as the Demon Hunter is sitting at level 2 alongside that Panda. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, 1-2 combinations could be coming in. Demon Hunter now looking to back off here as we see the Ogre Magi, Ogre Warrior, and Forest Troll Trapper looking to engage. Naga Sea Witch perhaps looking to focus down some of these units, but another mana burn from that Demon Hunter still causing a bit of problems. Dryads now looking to pull back. Archers now coming back as well. There's a Breath of Fire hitting down a couple of these ghouls. Ghouls now taking a lot of damage. Units are now going to all be backing off here as the ghouls are now going to be engaging. All right, there's that Frost Nova. Druid of the Claw, 118 points of damage, going to be teleporting back home. Meanwhile, all these units are still running back and forth. All right, ghouls now looking to back off. Demon Hunter trying to get in some slices. Another Breath of Fire, and it does not look good for the Undead. Undead just losing so many ghouls right there and saving the bears. Are we going to see another ghoul get taken down? It looks as though, yes, another ghoul will get taken out as the units do retreat. That retreat, a very tactical retreat right there. That Druid of the Claw should be able to get a rejuvenation off onto himself or that Demon Hunter. As we can see, there's the rejuvenations there. That Druid of the Claw most likely will wait until is back at nearly full hit points before converting into bear form. Rejuvenation gonna get close to 500 hit points, if not high. Oh yeah, close to 500 hit points at 496. No more regeneration, as Night Elf only has passive regeneration at nightfall. All right, Bear right there at 821 hit points. Both sides clearing out the red creep camps here, as it looks like the Undead finally getting their footing and going after these difficult creep camps. Unbeknownst to him, though, Night Elf doing the same exact thing on the opposite end of the map, as the Ogre Lord is going to get engaged down over here as well. All right, a little bit of missing happening. That Ogre Lord does have Inner Fire, or rather did, as the Abolish Magic quickly removes that. All right, more damage being dealt. Demon Hunter now sitting at level 3, level 2 mana burn. Should be able to shut down other heroes, as we do see the Django of Endurance. The Endurance aura now given to that Demon Hunter, so the units are going to be attacking slightly faster and moving slightly faster as well. Lich going after that Red Drake. Red Drake sitting at negative armor, taking an additional 17% damage on top of what on top of its normal damage there. As you can see, that red Drake quickly taken down. All right, let's take a look. True Shot Aura now given Death Knight, getting a little bit of a lucky item there. Crypt Fiends, Destroyers, Obsidian Statues, Naga Sea Witch, and Lich all benefit by a 10% bonus in damage. All right, back down across over here, you can see Night Elf has cleared out that Fountain of Health as well. Panda sitting at level 3, Demon Hunter sitting at level 3. Both teams seem to be ready to go. Lich is at 2. Naga Sea Witch should be almost at 3 as well. Yeah, almost at 3 there. So it's going to be 3-2-2 versus 3-3 unless the Naga Sea Witch does level up. All right, back down across over here. Dryads are going to be in position. This potentially could be bad. We need these Crypt Fiends in order to shut down those Dryads, as the Naga Sea Witch does get to 3 and now picks up a Cloak of Shadows. Naga Sea Witch now coming back around. Let's see, Frost Nova, Fork Lightning, as that Demon Hunter takes a lot of damage. Mana Burn now onto the Death Knight, as we're seeing a Death Coil land onto that Crypt Fiend. All right, a lot of damage benefiting so far. You can see more damage. There is another Mana Burn. Naga Sea Witch, Staff of Preservation, saves the Demon Hunter as the Breath of Fire now comes back across. Death Knight now needs to wander back off to the north. Are they really going to try and engage here? Low hit point Crypt Fiend does not make it. No, does not, as the Dryads finish with those poison arrows. All right, another Breath of Fire hitting. Naga Sea Witch still in the backfield here, gonna try and engage. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter is making its way to the fray as well. Are we gonna see a Druid of the Claw finally get taken down, or are we gonna see the Panda get taken down? There goes the Panda. Naga Sea Witch may get taken down. Naga Sea Witch gets taken down as well, as the Death Knight tried to transfer a Scroll of Town Portal. No such luck, as the Potion of Invulnerability not gonna make its way over to the Death Knight. And now talk about a very, very big turn of events. Undead, if he was able to transfer the Scroll of Town Portal to the Naga Sea Witch, would have the Naga Sea Witch and potentially the Death Knight still alive. Instead, he has used a Potion of Invulnerability, lost the Naga Sea Witch, lost the Death Knight, and lost an Obsidian Statue as well. Big, big turn of events here, as we see it 37 over 70 compared to 50 over 60, as the Night Elf should be ready to go for an upcoming fight. All right, Dryads prancing their way over here to that 3 o'clock position. Should be able to clear out that creep camp. Meanwhile, Frostworms are here as well. And what is the Lich thinking? So much magic damage going up against an army of purely Dryads. This does not make any sense whatsoever. All right, Lich is now back on Blight, but all that means is that its regeneration is finally caught up to the Demon Hunter and Dryads, as it is nightfall. Panda about 2/3 of the way done. Meanwhile, Obsidian Statue gonna be heading back off to the north once more. You can take a look off over here. Demon Hunter now ready to go. Unsummoning a Sacrificial Pit. We may see another Frostworm, but we would really need to see more Crypt Fiends in order to battle those Dryads. All right, let's take a look down over here. Frostworms doing a quick job on finishing off the Null Assassins here, maybe even the Null Overseer. Lich is sitting at level 3, not going to get to level 4, but is going to still benefit from a little bit more, a little bit better items, and also a Tome of Strength for an additional 25 hit points. More Obsidian Statues being added. Another Frostworm being added as well. We're sitting at 50 over 70 supply. Where is the Naga Sea Witch? I do not see her anywhere, as the Death Coil does come in and land. All right, Dryads are going to be ready to go. The units do spot all of this coming back around the corner, as the Lich is getting into position. And Death Knight sitting back at home. Destroyers ready to go. One Frostworm ready to go. All of those relatively low on hit points. Obsidian Statue needs to head back home here, as we now see an expansion attempt coming in from Sonik. Sonik attempting to expand at the 3 o'clock location. That should be an easy expansion for him to hold, as we're now looking at the Dryads finishing off this 3-2-1 creep camp for just a little bit more gold and a little bit more experience. Demon Hunter will get to level 5 off of this. There you go, level 3 mana burn now coming in. 150 mana gone in an instant, as rejuvenation does go down. All right, more damage coming across. Hippogriff looking to engage. Are we going to see the units turn back around? Death Knight and Lich in a bit of trouble, heading back up the ramp. Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze causing damage over time on that Lich, as the Lich is still launching those ice chills at his opponent. Panda just shy of level 4. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter comfortably sitting at level 5 with level 3 mana burn. We're looking at 50 over 70 supply now compared to 61 over 70, and perhaps growing as more and more units are being added. Hippogriffs are upgraded 3-1, soon to be 3-2. Bears are going to be upgraded 3-2 as well, and that damage on those Druids of the Claw are going to be so high that there's not much that can really be done. Back down across over here. Panda sitting at level 3, almost at level 4, and we are already sitting at Tree of Eternity. It looks like Sonik is just waiting to get enough units or buy enough time on this Tree of Life to get it to really start mining before trying to do a little bit of pressure. Slaughterhouse also training up an Abomination, can cannibalize units. I don't know if he will be getting Disease Cloud. Hippogriffs are going to be ready. Demon Hunter are going to be ready. Druid of the Claw already sitting at 3-2 upgrades. No sign of 3-3 upgrades, but with Devotion Aura, they're pretty much halfway to level 3 armor anyways. Hippogriff ready to go. Dust of Appearance not revealing a shade. It looks like the shade is just wandering around all across the map, keeping tabs on the north side, as we do see a quick roar go across all of these units here. Now, if there was a quick Devour magic, that would quickly change the tides, as the bears would then be extremely vulnerable to the magic splash damage. Demon Hunter heading back up the ramp, not going to find anything down across over here. Meanwhile, Shade is keeping track of things, as we are now going to be heading over here to the bottom right by the Fountain of Health, as it looks like the Night Elf army is just waiting to heal just a little bit. Hippogriffs are sitting at 3-2 upgrades. You can see that the Shade is just off to the side here, trying to stay outside of the range of the Panda and the Demon Hunter and that Dust of Appearance. All right, let's see. There it is. There's the Dust of Appearance. And wait, is this? The Shade was actually within range, as the Dryads and the Bears are going to easily finish that off. Naga Sea Witch is trained, as the Undead is going to be forced to do it a bit of an engagement here momentarily. Gold is now finally being mined from this particular gold mine. It is going to start to pay for itself in just a moment, and that is potentially the problem, as the Undead needs to stop this before too much gold is extracted and a true advantage and clear advantage is given. Lich still sitting at level 3. 69 over 80 supply. Are they going to be able to push here? Death Knight still seeing that level 3 as well. Has a potion of mana and may, yes, pick up a potion of lesser invulnerability from that Goblin Merchant. All right. Roar ready to go. Hippogriffs ready to go. Bears, Fork Lightning, as we see the attacks quickly coming in. Devour Magic are ready there, as the unit should be perhaps turning back around to try and engage. Mana Flare quickly coming in. There's a Death Coil saving, as we now see a bit of damage coming across. All right, Hippogriffs could easily been taken down. There goes one. A Death Coil on another Destroyer, as the units have somehow stayed alive. All right, still engaging here. There goes another Bear. Abomination does finally get taken out, as we are seeing more and more engagements happening. All right, Demon Hunter going after the units. Death Knight now looking to engage. Has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, Staff of Preservation. Demon Hunter, or Death Knight, now in a little bit of trouble. It needs to turn back around in order to survive. There's a Staff of Teleportation. Another Bear does get taken out. And this is actually turning into a very interesting fight, as the Death Knight needs to get away. All right, is he going to be able to use a Scroll of Town Portal down to 145 hit points? Not much mana. Now looking to back off again. Mana Flare is right there, as the Death Knight now looking to get away once more. All right, Breath of Fire quickly coming in. There goes one Hippogriff. There goes another. Death Knight now sitting at level 4 with level 2 Unholy Aura ready to go. We are now looking at engagement. Naga Sea Witch dangerously low on hit points. Is it going to get taken down? Scroll of Healing saves it temporarily, as a Scroll of Town Portal may be transferred to the Naga Sea Witch in order to survive. All right, Bear looking to try and engage. Are we going to see a Staff of Preservation here? Yes, we are. Death Knight and the remaining units need to back off. You can see another Crypt Fiend has get taken down, as the Dryads are just going to be able to pick apart this army here in just a moment. Dryads doing a great job going after all of these units here, as the Death Knight is going to fall at level 4, most likely down to 15 hit points, down to 3 hit points. One more shot should do it, and the Demon Hunter unable to catch up to it as the Death Knight was able to slip away, but ends up losing the game anyways. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 1 in this series. Please stay tuned for game number 2.